Hey guys, it's me, Allison. I'm going to talk to you about coming out. Yeah, I noticed I didn't really talk about my coming out story in my first video like I was supposed to, so I'm gonna do that and then get more into detail about coming out. When I came out, it was my 7th grade year going into 8th grade year. It was summer. Me and my first girlfriend ever, now my ex-girlfriend and best friend, Leanna, were hanging out. I was over at her house. And my other friend, Jillian, whose mom is friends with my mom, decided to tell them that me and Leanna had been drinking. So my mom ended up picking me up from Leanna's house, and we got into this big argument. Like, we screamed and yelled at each other, and when we got back to the house, when we got out of the car, we were still screaming and yelling at each other out in the driveway. Well, what I ended up saying was, I love Leanna, I'll do anything for her, I'll do anything to keep her in my life. And this is what I remember, at least. I don't remember exactly what I said because it was a long time ago. And so I ended up telling my mom that I was bisexual. I just blurted it out. And my mom, like I said, this is what I remember. She ends up screaming at me saying, "Have you told anyone else in your family this? They're all gonna be heartbroken." Only, louder and more like angry. And so, my parents don't really accept the fact that, like, girls can like girls and guys can like guys. It's definitely hard with my family, but at the same time, that very moment, like when I told my mom that I was in love with my best friend, that I was bisexual, a lot of weight was lifted off my shoulders. Like, a lot of weight was put onto my shoulders at the fact that she wasn't accepting it at all, but at the same time, I had been keeping that to myself for a really long time. And I was glad that I could finally say to my own mother, I love my best friend. I love a girl. And so what I'm trying to say is that when you come out, it's definitely, well, it might not be hard for you. It depends on the situation. But if it is hard, you have to think, you're telling your own parents this. You're telling your own sibling or stepfather, stepmother, step-grandparent, whatever, that something that's really close to you, like a really big secret about yourself. And your family should be able to know about this. When it comes to coming out, it all depends on the situation and the right timing and whatnot. Like, you'll just know. Like, I know that's kind of hard to believe right now, but at the same time, at that very moment, you'll just get this feeling like, I have to stand up for myself and I have to say it. Fighting isn't really the best way to tell your parents it, but at the same time, it was easy for me because me and my mom fight a lot, so I kind of just blurted it out because I was so mad at her. She kept putting down the girl that I loved. So, I just got fed up with my mom screaming and yelling at me, so I just blurted it out. I was like, "Mom, I love her. Stop talking bad about her." So yeah. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. fly. I think that was a fly. That might have been a hair. Anyways, my bed squeaks. My best friend has always been there for me through thick and thin, especially when it was time for me to come out. Like, my parents banned me from seeing her and talking to her for a long time, but you know, after like months I ended up telling them, oh, she's in high school now, she says that she's straight. Like, I lied to them saying that she was straight just so they would let me see her again, and what do you know, they did. But you know, the whole situation was still on my mind, and she was definitely there for me. And at points, I sometimes think, you know, I wouldn't mind being in a relationship with her again, but at the same time, she's my best friend now, and she's going out with my other best friend. But yeah, sometimes it will definitely seem like your walls are caving in and you feel like you should have never came out because people are giving you a hard time over it or something. But you have to think to yourself, at least you're not keeping it all in. Because if you keep it all in, you're gonna end up exploding sooner or later, and you don't want to do that, because if you end up exploding, you could hurt yourself, or you could end up hurting others, or you might do something drastic like punching the wall and like having this weird dent in it or something. I don't know. I'm thinking of things like off the top of my brain. I'm kind of hyper. Yeah. Coming out. I'm going to end this video with this. Come out wherever you are. Okay. Bye guys.